Hello, I'm Sam Lohman, president of the Art Association, a Swiss nonprofit dedicated to encouraging peaceful engagement through art in all its forms. Today, I'm honored to welcome painter Cathie Joy Young. Cathie Joy's work explores what she describes as the mechanisms of belief, the systems that shape how we understand history, nature, technology, and ultimately what we accept as truth. In a time when the lines between truth, belief, and even fantasy can blur, her paintings do something increasingly rare. They slow us down. Cathie Joy paints layered visual worlds rich with pattern, symbolism, and implied narrative. Viewers often say her work is not simply seen, it's entered. Her art invites us to look carefully, to question gently, and to consider how we construct meaning in a complex world. That inquiry sits at the heart of how societies function and how peace is either strengthened or weakened. Cathie Joy earned her Bachelor of Fine Arts from the Pacific Northwest College of Art, has exhibited widely, and has contributed to public cultural spaces that bring art into everyday community life. Cathie Joy, it's a pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you, Sam. I'm so happy to be here.
How does painting help you find your inner calm?
Well, it's something I do every single day. I paint usually anywhere from 6 to 10 hours a day, unless I'm somewhere else out of town or doing other things. But it's pretty much essential to me. It's become something that if I'm not doing it, I don't feel right. It grounds me. It definitely helps keep me calm. Particularly right now, things are completely out of control. So that's part of what I do is I set up my own visual problems because those are things I can solve. So that very much keeps me centered, grounded, and calm. And I ultimately feel like it's something that I'm doing for myself, but eventually it's for somebody else. If it ends up in someone else's household or in a gallery setting, then what I'm doing is conveying something to somebody else ultimately.
When someone experiences your work, what do you most hope they feel?
Honestly, something personal for themselves that I might not even see. That's what I find really interesting a lot of times. If I get to talk to somebody who has purchased one of my pieces and lives with it, or when I do an open studio and people come and see my work, what I find most interesting is that they relate it to their own interests or what has affected them. Like a lot of times people will see different times in history or different cultures. They might see something that is reminiscent of Mayan symbolism or medieval art, Asian. And to me, I really appreciate that. It's mine for a while and then it's somebody else's. And then what they can identify with personally is what excites me.
Is it possible to maybe reflect on maybe one experience in particular where you saw your work spark a reflection or a connection in the viewer?
Yeah, so a few years back, I had an open studio and it was right before the election. So it was, interesting time. And everybody was, everyone I know and everybody who came through the studio, it seems, was hopeful. And I sold a painting to a young woman called Seeking All Points of Light. This painting, it was dark, lots of purples, but it had lots of little bits of yellow in it and sort of a Buddha figure in the middle kind of thing. And for me, that was, just sort of finding light, finding moments of peace, finding some sort of tranquility in the madness. And the woman who bought it got back to me later and just told me how it was helping her. I mean, this was after the elections. It was helping her sort of hold on. And that meant a lot to me. And then in another way, aesthetically, I had a person who bought a piece from me, and she had purchased furniture and rugs to go with the painting to accent it. And so to me, that was just like, okay, this is a part of her life. You know, she's kind of gone to this extent. And somebody else who was he was an archaeologist. And so, you know, I love archaeology, and this painting resonated with him. It made him think of ancient cultures and symbols. And so, yes, those are meaningful moments. They don't happen that often because you don't really get to talk to that many people that might purchase your work from galleries. So when it happens, it's really special.
It must be an incredible feeling to have that additional dimension in terms of satisfaction in the work that you create, to be able to see the impact on people, on those that view and or purchase, and how it integrates into their life in a positive way, and that you play such an integral role in that process. It must be very fulfilling at several levels.
Well, it is. You know, it makes me think a lot about being part of other people's stories. I recently went to Africa, and one of our incredible guides was talking about how, you know, sometimes you're in a particular space, not necessarily for you, but for somebody else. Like, you are in their story. And it's interesting because coming from sort of a really individualistic country, we don't think that way. But so I think about that with my art. It's like I have it for a little while. Then if I pass it on to somebody else, it's part of their story now.
Absolutely. And do you believe that art can influence peace?
I do. You know, I'm struggling right now. We're in the middle of a really scary time. I mean, it's been scary for a while, but this is kind of the ultimate scare right now. I think it starts, obviously, one person at a time. There's only so much you can do, and you have control over your life hopefully to a good extent. So what I'm doing every day is living in my own peace of mind in my basement for hours on end, and hoping that this is going to connect somewhere. And I believe it does. I think that there are actions that we take and interactions we have with other people, just being purely kind or understanding or open, that can have an impact. On a grand scale, I mean, that has to be something that, you know, we develop eventually, and I'm hopeful. But yes, I'd say yes, that it does help foster a peace within me, and that's got to be something that, you know, comes out in my art, at least.
What message would you share with TAA's International Community of Artists for Peace?
First and foremost, be safe. I know we have people that are all over the globe right now, and I want everyone to be safe and to keep working and just keep spreading what they do, because it's so important. And I do feel connected to them, even though I've never met them. We're all in this together.
Cathie Joy, thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
What stands out in your work is the space you create, the space you slow down to reflect and to reconsider. In a world that pushes us towards quick reactions and fixed positions, that invitation to pause is powerful. Art contributes to inner peace by encouraging reflection, community peace by creating shared experience, and global peace by shaping how we understand one another. Through your paintings, you invite curiosity instead of certainty, attention instead of distraction, and thoughtful engagement instead of division. That contribution matters. Cathie Joy, thank you for sharing your work and your insights with us. And to everyone watching, until next time.
Thanks, Sam.